Right, Wednesday, 8:15 p.m. Chelsea take the trip to Elland Road.
Why do you hate Leeds?
Oh, just
Like,
hate them.
why? But why?
You know why?
Like, try and explain it.
We went
it was
to a
on the
game
70s.
once. We went to a game once when we were younger and used to have to walk through a little housing estate to get to Leeds' ground, and there was a flyover and they all spat on us. All the Chelsea fans.
I'll go one
got
more
spat
than
on by
that.
Leeds fans.
I got a pint of piss thrown at me at Filbert Street in Leicester.
Really?
Yeah.
What, against Leicester?
Yeah.
Oh, so you hate Leicester, do you?
I hate Leicester way more
Hate
than
the
I hate
Foxes?
Leeds. Hate them.
I don't mind Leicester.
Nah.
I always think, like, we always used to beat them. You know, it's not a big deal. Leeds, I've got a certain disdain for. I've got a real
enough.
thing that I don't like about Leeds for some reason. And it's very, very rare that I ever have that with a side, like, that's not considered an old-fashioned rival. Saying that, there'll be Chelsea fans that will be looking at the fixture list coming up and they'll be saying, listen, we've got more of a rivalry with a team that we hardly ever play coming up. And it's not Leeds, it's actually, do you know this?
No.
Cardiff. That's a big rivalry.
You said to people, don't go to that one.
I said, don't go. It'd kick off.
Yeah.
Especially if is it away?
Yeah, it is away,
don't go.
isn't it?
Don't
I
go
think,
to that.
I think it is away.
Don't go to that.
Why?
Because it'd kick off, mate. I was at the game against Cardiff when it kicked off. Not getting involved. I was like a kid.
Just for clarity.
I was a kid.
You were a kid that was...
But there was a game once when it kicked off outside that, you know, the restaurant on the corner before you take the right-hand turn for Fulham Broadway instead of going into the shopping centre.
Oh, yeah.
Outside that restaurant. It was a game it kicked off big time.
Really?
Yeah, I was outside there. Yeah. But Leeds, what do you make of Leeds so far this season?
Yeah. Honestly, like, they're going to go down. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Like, they've come up. I will say this about Leeds, because I think we do show our mutual disdain of Leeds. But what I will say is, they are a Premier League team, aren't they?
They are a Premier League.
They should be a Premier League sort of stalwart.
Do you know what I think is a Premier
I think
League
it's a bit
team?
of a shame.
Just open up FIFA 04 and everyone in the league then is a Premier League team.
Name 'em.
What, from FIFA 04?
Yeah.
Well,
We can't do 20 teams.
Oh,
Who are the ones?
I could
Who are the
easily name
ones
all
that?
20.
Who are the ones? Who are the
who
ones
are the Premier
that-
League teams that aren't in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Blackburn, Bolton, Portsmouth. Pompey are definitely a Premier League side. Pompey. People won't like this. I'd say Southampton are a Premier League side.
I agree. West Brom,
And that season, by the way, do you know who the three promoted teams were that season?
Southampton,
I think.
West Ham.
No. That was, you might be a season off. The three promoted teams that season, if I'm right, 04-05 season, were Norwich, Crystal Palace, and West Brom. Norwich went down, Palace went down, West Brom stayed up on the last day of the season.
Kieran Richardson.
Yeah. Now, what out of those teams there, Norwich, West Brom, Palace, what team came up through the playoffs that season?
Palace.
Yeah.
Because it was Andy Johnson, wasn't it?
Andy Johnson was their top goal scorer. I'm not
think
sure
he
who
scored
in the final.
I think he scored.
Was it not? Oh no, that was for Hull when they come up. I'm
Yeah.
thinking the old boy whose son now plays.
Oh, Windass.
Yeah, Windass.
Dean
yeah,
Windass.
Yeah. Didn't he score for
and
Hull in
his
the
son
playoff
is
final?
Josh Windass.
Yeah.
Great
is he
name.
Any good?
For the level that he's playing at, yeah,
Who's
he's very
the best Josh to ever play for Chelsea?
good. McEachran.
No, Champong's already better. Statistically, he's already done more.
Yeah,
than
but
Chelsea
you're
had.
not very nostalgic. You are quite nostalgic.
I am
so
quite
what?
nostalgic,
So what?
just not on McEachran.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that good.
Oh, that's so harsh.
I'm pretty sure he
There must
might
be
have had
other
a spell.
Joshes.
Did he have a spell at Leeds? Did he? No.
No, I think he was Swansea, wasn't he?
Oh, that was
The
it. I'm thinking
Swans.
Swansea. Yeah,
The
yeah,
Swans.
Yeah.
Can
Leeds.
you do your Yorkshire accent?
Babbe, Kelbrook, Sheffield, Babbe, giving out chocolate brownies every left, right, centre.
Yeah, great accent. I love
right,
it.
no, I can't really do any accents. Every accent of mine just sounds the same.
It does.
Leeds have one win in 11 against Chelsea. Why is it with just one win in 11, I feel like it's a bit of an unhappy hunting ground, and I feel like it's a bit of one of those fixtures you just kind of want to get out of the way? Because really, the form doesn't show that. I think I always link it back to that game at Elland Road. Do you remember what one I'm on about?
No.
The 3-0 loss.
When was that?
Managed by Tuchel. It was I think it came, do you know what? I think it...
Was that a cup game?
I think it directly came off, no league game. I think it came off the back of the 2-2 draw with Tottenham. So do you remember when we drew 2-2 with Tottenham? Reece James scored the goal. Cucurella was assaulted on the back post. Like, literally, I would have put a police complaint in for the treatment of him by, I believe it was Romero who pulled his hair, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgrace.
Yeah, absolutely disgraceful. We drew that game 2-2, and I kind of felt, do you know what? We could do something this season. And I think it was the next week. Correct me if I'm wrong. We got slapped 3-0 by
Bielsa's
Leeds.
Leeds.
I think Koulibaly may have got sent off in that game, and you can tell me if I'm wrong.
Surprise. That doesn't surprise me at all, if it was true.
Yes, but apart from that, we've done pretty well against Leeds. Favourite memory against Leeds? Have you got any? To be honest, I just always used to think when I was younger it was a routine win.
Yeah, I don't
Even
have
though they
any,
had a star-studded team.
I don't remember any wins, really. Do you?
What, any losses?
Don't remember
apart
any
from
wins.
that one.
No, I don't remember any games against them. Go on then, tell me one.
I haven't really got a favourite game against Leeds, to be completely honest with you. As I say, I just always used to think it was quite a routine one. Yeah. However, at the same time, I'd be very, very happy to really assert some dominance on them here, because although those statistics read well for us, and recently I think we had a 3-2 win against them. I think that same season, by the way, we won the home leg against them. Despite all of that, we haven't really put Leeds to the sword at all since they've been in the Premier League, and I would very much like us to do so. Do you think the priority teams catfished us a little bit? Because we were speaking after like match day 1, and we were like, fucking hell, this might be the first time that all the promoted teams stay up. It might be the first time that 2 or 3 of them stay up, or 2 of them stay up, out of the 3. Now we're looking at things. You've got Burnley in the relegation zone. You've got Leeds in there. For my money, Burnley have played better football than Leeds, and they've been a bit better. What do you think? Do you think they catfished us a little bit off the back of their...
No, because you got Sunderland, who are basically fighting for Champions League places
at the moment. Yeah.
At the moment, so I don't think we were catfished in general, because I can't think of a team that's played as well as Sunderland have since Ipswich.
Do you know what Sunderland proves to me?
Go on.
Sunderland proves to me. I mean, Ipswich is overdone, by the way. They didn't even do that well. Take away Liam Delap's goals. They didn't do that well, Ipswich.
You're talking about the wrong Ipswich team, mate. I'm talking about the team that actually finished 4th.
Oh, sorry, you're
the Tractor
about
Boys.
Ipswich back in the day. Yeah.
I'm talking about that Ipswich.
Did they finish 4th or 5th?
I think they finished 4th, because I think they got into... No, I think they finished 4th, because that time it still wasn't Champions League, was it? I think that was UEFA Cup finished, and they finished 4th. Unless Fulham finished 4th and Ipswich finished 5th.
Fulham definitely didn't finish 4th. Fulham definitely didn't. Did they come out the same season as Fulham?
No, but that was one of that in that period where Fulham had that really good end, Steedmar Bronk and that sort of.
Do you know who did come up in the same season as Fulham?
Go on.
Man City. Do you remember that?
This is why they're fucking. That's why they're a 10-point
club.
Yeah.
Do you know what else it proves to me is that gulf between the Premier League and the Championship, we often make a lot out of it, but why is it that Sunderland are doing this well this season and they weren't even an automatic promotion? If you look at most of the time, I would say the team that comes up for the playoffs is normally a quite random one. And what I mean by that is you'd expect it to be the strongest team in the playoffs, which is obviously the team that's finished 3rd. Historically, there's nothing to back it up to say that the 3rd place team is any better off in the playoffs than the 6th place team. And actually, when I look at some of the teams that have come up and done good stuff and done well, they came up through the fucking playoffs.
Do you know what's worrying about what you're saying right now and the team that's going to win the playoffs this year?
Yep.
Go on. Say it.
Leeds came up.
No, who's going to be this season's playoff winners?
Oh, I already know, actually. I already know who it's going to be. No, I don't reckon me and you will agree on this. I think it's going to be Wrexham.
Okay. I'm telling you, it's going to be Millwall. Because you look at where Millwall in the league right now. But mate, they're going to win the playoffs.
They've been there or thereabouts in the league for quite a while now.
But let's be honest, mate. This is a dangerous place to have Millwall in the Premier League. Isn't it?
It's always a dangerous place to have Millwall.
Let's be real about that. But yeah, look, I think Leeds might. They may actually stay up, you know, because Wolves are down, aren't they? Burnley, I think Burnley will succumb as well because they're playing that champagne football.
I'll put it out there now. I think West Ham are fucking dire.
But this is the thing. Like, I think there might be 3 worse teams than Leeds, and therefore they might escape on the last day or so potentially.
Yeah. One thing we've got for this game in particular is definitely a selection dilemma, a headache. So we're going to come on to our team sheets that we would go with in a second. But just before we do that, I want to do something I always do.
Ask them to subscribe to the channel.
Ask them to subscribe to the channel, 100%. Yeah. I want to do something.
100,000.
Yeah, do you reckon I'll get there?
Yeah.
At some point I should.
When are you getting the fucking plaque?
I don't know. It's in the back of your car still, I think. Right.
You have to apply for it.
Yeah, I need to apply. I've not done that. I just thought that maybe one of the days there would be someone out there on YouTube that works for YouTube watching my videos who might go, do you know what? He's a good lad and he has mentioned that plaque. Let me go into the office and make sure he gets it.
Do you think we can get the shelf behind your head?
Don't be shellfish. Yeah, I think we could. Right, players who have played for both Chelsea and Leeds. Do you want to know how many I honestly got off the top of my head?
4.
I thought I was going to be able to get loads and then I got 4.
You got okay,
You're right.
See,
You're
I
correct.
know what I'm talking about. Well, we have had a spoiler alert because you did tell me one before.
Go on.
Which was Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
Just pass it off as your own, mate.
I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that to you.
Hasselbank was one of the ones I got straight away.
I'm having a complete mind blank of any other player. Can you give me positions?
All right, yeah, a couple of strikers.
Torre Andre Flo.
Yep, correct. 2. You're going to kick yourself if you don't get this one. And
Chris
if I tell
Sutton.
you one more team that you played for, you will get it 1,000,000%. Do you want me to tell you another team?
It's not Idiger Johnson.
Not Sutton. No. Stop guessing. You were so close with Idiger Johnson, by the way.
Nicole Forsell.
Yep.
Had him on my back.
If I said to you, he also played for Birmingham, you would have got that.
I would have got it. Can I just say, Nicole Forsell, underrated player.
Definitely.
He was a legend.
Yeah. Does he have a son that now plays?
He does.
Yeah.
And Good Johnson as well has a son that plays.
Yeah, well, Good Johnson's son has played for. Isn't his name Joey? Joey Good Johnson.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I think Ida has got a son called Joey Good Johnson, though. I do think that, yeah.
After you, obviously.
Well, I don't know. He's a fan of the podcast. Names that sound like Joey. There's one more. There's one more that came to my head straight away.
What position?
Cult legend. Centre mid.
Joey.
Sounds like Joey. Jody.
Jody Morris.
Jody Morris was in there.
Yeah.
I got one more that was in there.
Okay. What position?
I don't even remember where he played, to be honest. I only know
Mario Melchior.
I only remember it because of his surname.
Melchior.
And because I always used to say, Pastor Michael Dubry.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, Michael Dubry.
Good player.
We've got a few more in there, though. Do you want me to hit you with them?
No.
Ethan Ampadu.
Yes, still plays for them.
Yeah. Ross Barkley. I didn't know Ross Barkley ever played for Leeds. No, I didn't know, but he did apparently.
Must have been a
I'll tell you one that I would never have been able to get. He's been just about everywhere. I think Neil Sullivan back in the day.
Goalkeeper.
Yep, done a bit of time for Leeds. I say time like it's a prison sentence. Lewis Baker played for Leeds. Izzy Brown played for Leeds. And Ross Turnbull played for Leeds. So the only sort of creme de la creme we're talking about there is obviously Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. How would he fit into today's Chelsea team?
The fact that you've said that Mikhail Forsell isn't in the cream of the crop.
He's not a creme de la creme.
He is.
Not when it.
Mikhail Forsell, if you go back to Birmingham days, he was quality.
Did he ever have a team that he actually banged over 20 league goals for in the whole time he was
he
there?
did
Not
at
just in a
Birmingham.
season, in the whole time he was there.
I bet he did at Birmingham because they were in the Championship as well.
They were in a Champo, weren't they? Yeah.
I bet he did.
But then doesn't that say something a little bit?
Still,
you know, he was, do you know what
goals.
Forsell? What memory I always have of Mikhail Forsell is the fact that he was brought in as a teenager, wasn't he?
Yeah.
There's not many players that we ever. It's mad, yeah, that Chelsea have this reputation now, and rightly so. You know, we are the youngest team in the squad in the Premier League, and we're often fielding the youngest team in the Premier League, and we've set records in doing so. But at the same time, we've got this label now as being a team full of kids. Mate, we never used to see any kids play for us.
No.
Like, I remember when, I don't know, Oscar would play for us, and he'd be like 20, and it would be like, oh, God, we're starting the kid. Mate, 20, you might be in the top half of the age of the field players on the pitch at that time.
It was Colton Cole.
Carlton Cole played for us.
Mikhail Forsell.
Who did he score against, Carlton Cole?
West Ham.
He did score against West Ham. Yeah, very good.
There you go.
Yeah. Did he also score against Wolves?
That would make sense. Yeah. They weren't the best team at the time.
They weren't. Sponsor, Wolves? Legendary.
Doritos.
Second only to Fulham.
Maybe we'll do a Christmas quiz that is football related. Because I could do famous shirt sponsors. Nintendo. Not English team.
Yeah, it was an Italian team.
Yeah.
Nintendo. Juve.
Fiorentina,
yeah.
Who also had some other iconic sponsors, like 7-Up.
Most iconic, I would say, to be honest, is probably Chelsea Fly Emirates. We did it first. No, who would you
we haven't actually had that fun. Like, there's been a lot of other fun sponsors.
Autoglass?
Yeah, that's well fun, that is.
What is our funniest sponsor?
Commodore was a good one.
Cause.
Like, but you have to go back to that era to have the really fun ones. Whereas there's been other teams like, you know, Carlsberg.
Shirt sponsors are so dated.
Yeah, exactly. Who wants them now?
Who wants a shirt
I haven't even got one now.
We don't have them.
Yeah, I haven't even got one.
Someone had a go at us, by the way. Do you know this? In the comments section, for not having the new the new jersey. So they said, "Oh, Joey and Josh are wearing replicas, right?" And I thought, I don't normally go back. And I thought, I'm not going to get accused of wearing a fake top. I said, no, mate. I said, we're wearing a kit that was released. It's just the Club World Cup badge didn't actually get added for another 62 days or something after it was released. So obviously we went and got it when it was released. You know, you can't please someone. The same person came back to me and went, well, I'm not being funny, mate. I'm sure YouTube's paying good money. So why do you have to be so tight that you couldn't just go out and get yourself a new top once it was released? So apparently you just need to throw money down the drain when you're a YouTuber.
I mean, I've thrown money down the drain on this one because this is the pro. This is the
for
pro.
good reason.
The pro variants. You know.
You love your variants.
This is the
Who
posh
got you the
one.
other one?
This is the posh one.
Didn't I get you that one?
No, you got me the stadium version.
Oh yeah,
And this is the
just
pro.
as good.
This is
Just
the
as good, mate.
This is the pro.
Does
version.
it make you a better footballer when you play in that one?
Yes,
Does it?
it
Is that
does.
fact?
It's
Is
fact.
that scientifically
It's
proven?
it's like when you put the Total 90s on.
Yeah.
You knew you were gonna have a good game in the Total 90s.
I was not Total 90s. I used to like the spider webs. What were they called?
F40s, F50s,
Yeah, F50s.
Adidas. Let us know in the comments your preferred boot of all time.
One Chelsea player that wore the F50s.
Arjen Robben.
Yes,
Wore the
correct.
exact ones that you're talking
Correct.
about. And I'm going to now give you...
I'll give you another one.
I'm going to give you a bet now. I will give you a full slap-up meal if you can tell me my favourite boots of all time that I've ever worn.
Yeah, all right.
Full slap-up meal, steak dinner on me.
I'm going to say they are the David Beckham ones that had the elastic on the end of the tongue, so you put it over the top of your boot, and then you can have it. You can have the tongue covering your laces, so you don't have to undo them during the game.
You absolute see you next Tuesday.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I knew it'd be them. I knew it'd be them. Do you know how I knew that?
How?
Because you met David Beckham.
Yeah.
And I just thought, yeah, he's a little David Beckham fan. I bet he absolutely loved David Beckham's. Oh, brilliant. I'll book Big Easy again. We'll go back.
I love Big Easy.
He had a
Shout out
lobster
to
there.
Big Easy. That was a fucking great meal. Not paying us, but I just love it. Those boots, do you know why I love them the most? They were the first ever blades.
Yeah, they were, weren't they?
They were the
Yeah,
first
God,
ever
you're-
bladed boots. And also, another reason why I love them the most, I scored 5 goals in one game in those. Never done it since. Never did it before. 5 goals
And
in
no
one
one's
game.
got any evidence of it, conveniently.
This is. Do you know how
James from
seriously?
the in-betweeners.
Do you know how seriously this was taken at my school? I got a commendation. So I got in assembly. They stood up and went,
You are the man.
"Is the man?"
Right. So we've had to have a little bit of a back and forth when we're actually talking about today's starting lineup.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for those of you who have been living under a rock. We have no Caicedo. He was very, very unfairly sent off against Arsenal. Hopefully incompetence, not corruption, but you just run with it wherever you want. We don't think he should have been sent off. Either way, you made a really good point in the last episode that
First time ever.
yeah, for the first time ever. And that's why I remember it so clearly. I thought, oh, fucking hell, is he speaking sense, is he? No, you made a really good point that really a rest for Caicedo has been long overdue. And then when I was looking at our fixture schedule, this could come back to bite me in the arse horribly.
You've jinxed it.
I
now
really
as
hope
well.
it doesn't. But when I look at our fixture schedule, you're kind of looking at it and you're going, boy, if there was ever a time to lose a Caicedo, it might be this. However, not just because of that. Do you think that style of play-wise, you were alluding to the fact that maybe you would have even looked at resting Caicedo in this game? Do you think that there's a side, if ever, that we could go in there without a Caicedo and maybe do a number on and it's Leeds?
But this is the thing, right? Like, you can't play every single player, every single game in this run of games that we've got coming up. We're going to be playing.
You can.
You can.
You can.
I just don't want Moises Caicedo playing with what we know is an injury and consistently playing week in, week out. And twice, 3 times, 4 times a week, potentially, sometimes. So I think, yes, this game makes sense, but more so not for a tactical reason, which is what you said, but more so just purely on the legs. And I think also, right, we buy Dario Osugu and we buy Andre Santos. Let's get them in. Andre Santos, what was the game where he was man of the match? We just won it.
That was the home game to... Who was it?
No, it wasn't a home game. I think it was an away game.
Was it?
I think it was the game we just played before... it was the Burnley game.
It
was the Burnley
what
game.
I'm getting confused with? I'm getting confused with the fact that he got a goal unfairly disallowed.
No, it
against
was
Barcelona.
the Burnley.
He looked good in that game.
No, it was the Burnley game.
Yep.
And again, he was, deservedly man of the match. Why would he not be just as good against Leeds as he was against Burnley?
Yep.
And I think the way that he's been playing, I personally do feel he's better in a deeper position, and therefore I think we get the most out of him when he's picking up the balls from defence, spraying them out, and I think he can do that against Leeds. So I'm actually I'm very happy for it to be even a Reece James Santos combo.
Well, let's get in to the starting lineup. But before we do, I've had a last-second change of heart. Can we give him a little spoiler alert for one position? Then I can tell you where I've had a last-second change of heart.
Go on then.
Up front.
Fine.
Okay?
Fine.
And now I'm going to read out our starting lineup, which is Robert Sanchez starting off in goal. We've got Malo Gusto at right back, and that'll become clear in a minute if you needed any clarity on it as to why. Chalobah, Fofana, Cucurella, and then we are going with Reece James in that midfield next to Enzo Fernandez. I wouldn't be averse to starting Andre Santos in there at all, but Reece James, I think, is so impressive in the last couple of games that you cannot not have him there. And I think that he's probably going to be the best tasked with filling the boots a little bit of Caicedo in there. We are going to go with Garnacho on the right, Palmer in the 10, Esteval on the left this side, which may give him something to think about. And my last second change that I actually made to this team was actually having João Pedro in there ahead of who we originally said, which was Liam Delap. And I don't know why, right? But I've just got a real strong feeling, and that's why I had to put him in the team, that João Pedro scores in this game against Leeds.
I think you are being harsh on Delap.
What did you think of Delap against Arsenal?
Yeah.
So why am I being harsh on him?
Well, I think he's a bulldozer in games like this against different opposition.
Because you like normally you would have a little conversation with me there, and I kind of thought, right, that's the point where me and Josh will disagree. And when I ripped that initial team sheet up, I had Liam Delap on there, and you sort of looked at it and went, yeah, I'd change, and then spoke about a couple of our wingers, but you went, yeah, fine. So you were in favour of starting Liam Delap.
But this is the thing, like I think João Pedro against that lower block sort of team, I think it's more difficult than a Liam Delap. I would rather start Liam Delap and bring João Pedro on, personally. Because I feel like...
Can I give you the one problem, though, when you say that? As I say, I watched Leeds against Man City this weekend, and I don't know whether we are necessarily looking at that sort of low block style. Maybe against Chelsea it might be enforced a little bit, and obviously you can always say that against Man City one of the impressive things was the fact that they came back from 2 goals down. Well, you need to get yourself 2 goals down to be able to fucking come back from
But what I also want to be able to do, and we saw this against Arsenal, I feel like we will see it against Leeds as well, is Robert Sanchez picks up the ball, he hits the ball over the top of the defensive line. Delap tries to get a header on it, and then we've got the 2 runners, which we have running in behind, but also we might have a really good number 10 in behind them potentially as well.
So we are obviously starting Cole Palmer in our team there. What do you think? Do you think he's ready? Because I think that he was ready to come on against Arsenal. I think that it was only the fact that we went down to 10 men was why we didn't do it. And if anything, maybe we're going to look back on it, and we won't ultimately have our answers, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise that he didn't come on against Arsenal, because maybe that would have been a little bit soon for him, maybe not the right temperament of game to bring him on in. And actually, do you know what it is? Maybe Cole Palmer's better getting a feel for it from the start of the game. I think that Cole Palmer should be starting games. Obviously, when we're coming back from injury, it's a different story. But if he was to start him, it wouldn't be the first time Enzo Maresca has started a player directly after coming back from injury. He's done it with Cole Palmer himself, by the way, and he's done it with Reece James quite a few times.
We've wrapped in cotton wool for a very long time, and I feel like this is the moment now where you don't stop pulling the trigger. I think you've got to eventually just get him in the team.
Empty the clip.
You've got to empty the clip, and you've got to see where Cole Palmer actually is and see how match fit he is. And I agree with you. I would start him and then bring him off rather than the other way around.
Are we in a great position to be in where he's coming back from injury, where, really should be second in the league, but we're third in the league at this moment in time? And we're coping quite well, so it's not like the pressure is on him so much to deliver, right? Say, for example, when Cole Palmer gets on the ball now, used to be a case of like, right, okay, well, you're on the ball already, so we can't be shouting past it to Cole. We better just hope now. Whereas when he gets on the ball, he's got genuine options, yeah? Options that are proving themselves in games, whether it be Pedro Neto consistently putting in good shifts and actually contributing towards the goals, probably more than people give him credit for when it comes to assists as well. But also, you've got that sort of young, exciting spark in the team being taken by Esteval already. So when the pressure's on Cole Palmer, we've seen he delivers, right? Could there potentially be a scenario that we're about to see unfold where actually, even when the pressure's off him, he delivers even more?
But also, the one thing that they can't do is double up on every single one of the players. So are you doubling up on Esteval? Are you doubling up on Palmer? does that then mean that Reece James has the space? Enzo has space? I wouldn't want, if I was facing Chelsea, I wouldn't want to give any of those players any space. And also, I wouldn't want to give Delap any space. You saw the long shots that he can do. He can bang them in from wherever. So I love this because it just means that they can't, that sometimes when we've missed Cole Palmer, you just go, yeah, they'll just put 2 players on Esteval, and then that will mean we're pretty stuck because we haven't got the out ball to go on to. There's only so much you can do.
Can we simplify it and come to that conclusion and say, do you know what? If Cole Palmer plays and Esteval plays, one of them is going to have it off.
Yes.
We can, can't we?
I think so.
We really can.
Yeah.
I don't think you can start a Chelsea team with Cole Palmer in it, with Esteval in it, and you can come away from the game going, well, neither had their fair share of opportunities. I think that just the inclusion of both those two on the field means that we are going to have a plethora of chances available to one of, if not both, of those boys. And the best thing yet, Josh, we haven't seen Palmer play with Esteval. Now, listen, yeah? There will be a time when you introduce another player into the fold and it all of a sudden shows just how good the player to the side of him is or just how good the player behind him is. You know, say, for example, Cole Palmer, there was a reason why he linked up very well with Enzo Fernandez in that first season, even when Enzo Fernandez was coming in for a little bit of stick at times, and it was because you've got 2 world-class players on the field there, and they've both got world-class vision. It's becoming very apparent when you see them play together. That's something that I think we're really going to see against Leeds. And I'll tell you what, mate, combinations-wise, right, we haven't really had a combination of players that single-handedly has fired us into title contention in a long time, to be completely honest with you. We've had it before plenty of times, and we've seen it in the league. Teams that probably had no right in being up there that season, they have a combination of players, let's say, for example, Liverpool, Suarez and Sturridge, yeah? A combination of players that just them two being on the pitch together is going to deliver you numbers. I really do believe that Palmer and Esteval does that. Do you think I'm wrong?
I think it's not only Palmer and Esteval in terms of combinations. I think Palmer and Delap, bearing in mind they grew up in the City Academy together. Yep. They played England under 21s, under 19s, under 18s all together. I think that's another combination. And I think you could go on. The way that Cole Palmer plays with
Palmer-Pedro link-up looked great in the Club World Cup.
Palmer-Pedro, Palmer, even Enzo combination with that defensive midfielder and then both of those players then bombing on as 8s. That is so dangerous and so exciting. So this is the thing. The Cole Palmer Esteval is so obvious that you almost don't even need to say it. Like the way that they're going to work together, they obviously have a really good relationship as well, by the way, because you saw how excited he was even before he joined the club about him coming in and having chat.
And not just that, mate.
Pitch.
We've also seen Cole Palmer down on the bench, injured, but making sure he's still very much in amongst it. Yeah. And fuck me, has he enjoyed watching Esteval play. We've literally had player cam or injured player cam on Cole Palmer and been watching him, and he fucking loves Esteval, by the way.
He does.
I've seen his reaction.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, it's one of those things, he's been watching him from the sidelines. He knows the runs he's going to be making. He knows where he wants the ball. Let's be honest, mate, with Esteval, it's not really rocket science. Give him the ball on the edge of the area, try and get him a bit of space. He will put it in the back of the net, you know? Let alone if he's inside the box, when he'll just smack it top bins with his amazing technique. So the fact that those two boys are coming together, like, it must be worrying for the rest of the Premier League. They must be looking at this now and going, that's a potent attack. They're dangerous.
And all of that being said is exactly why I'm going to move us on to score predictions right now. I'm going to give a few predictions, but we've got our man sorting all the predictions out.
Big Kyle. He actually asked me for your prediction of the game, and I told him again that you were wrong. Now, Kyle did know. You were right. Kyle did know that I was correct, but that's fine.
I said 2-1. You said 1-0, didn't you?
I did.
I said 2-1 with what? An Esteval winner?
Yes.
Well, I'm not going 2-1 in this match, that's for sure. Listen, I'm going to put it out there right now. I think we win this game by 4 or 5 goals. So I'm going to go 4-0 Chelsea, and it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Cole Palmer's back. He's back amongst the goals in this game. 4-0 Chelsea and a Cole Palmer goal in there somewhere.
Love it. I'm going to go 4-1.
4-1? Why did you look at me like, it's too far, and then you've gone 4-1?
No, I love it. I wasn't thinking that at all, actually. I was just trying to think of my own prediction.
You were just thinking how good it's going to be.
Yeah, I was. I was just getting really excited, to be honest with you. No, I think, weirdly, I feel like it might be 1-1 at half-time, and then something will change. We'll bring on a couple of players, and it will just be run riot in the second half.
I can just see Chelsea running riot in this game. And do you know what, yeah? it really would be a perfect way to cap off the sort of one week from Barcelona, I would say. Is it a week from Barcelona all in once we play them
Yeah,
on the
because
Wednesday?
it'll be Wednesday night, yeah.
Yeah, so 1 week from Barcelona, what will be a real way to cap that off is with a statement win over the Spanish giants in Barcelona, take them to the bridge, pull their pants down and absolutely take them to the cleaners. Then... You know, a moral victory against Arsenal, a game in which we deserved to win and we didn't get the points. But then to go and slap up
1-1
Leeds
draw
off
again.
the back of that. If you could have said to me, there's a 3-game run and you can't lose any of them games. I mean, rivalries don't really come much bigger. I hate Barcelona, I hate Arsenal, and I hate Leeds. So it'd be the perfect week to come away with 4 points in. We still can't do that after the Arsenal game, but we could make up for a lot of that by going and absolutely putting Leeds to the sword in this one. People, let me know your thoughts on the game, on the team sheet that we have put out there. Who would you go with through the middle and just in general? And make sure you've got your eyes peeled because I will put out a post-match review straight away after the game. We love you all very much. We will see you all in the next one.